everyone, welcome to and read another chapter. I am Shalise. I am part host of this channel. Me and my daughter do it together, and I'm here to share a book haul with you. The last purchase book haul of 2021. I am beginning a no spend year for 2022, and I have plenty of books. So the idea is simply to use them up. My son's got a new bunk bed. This is the best lighting. Has the best lighting in this room, but it does mean that we've got bedding stuff behind us until we can get rid of it, and it drives me nuts. But if I wait till the perfect time, nothing is ever going to get filmed. I'm a mom of 5 and I babysit a lot, so there is chaos going around, but filming hasn't been happening because the circumstances just aren't right. I don't have any where quiet to go, and where I do, the lighting isn't that great, and so we're just gonna do it here. Okay, with that introduction, let's get into this haul. So I did share like an hour-long book haul recently, and a lot of those books were books that my mom sent to me, and I wanted to kind of tell a little bit about what each one was because I didn't purchase it, so I couldn't tell you why I have this book. My mom is a prolific reader as well as a writer, and so she has a ton of books that has been accumulated over the years, and she's ready to pass them on. And so I have been trying to sell books to kind of help fund my daughter's need for braces, and so it worked out as a win-win situation. Any books that she sent me, if I wanted to read it, I could, and then I could go ahead and sell them. So that's kind of where a lot of that came from. I think there was a little bit of confusion, so I wanted to address that. Okay, since I have them in my hand, I'll just start out with these, and then we'll move to the ones that my mom sent me. At our library, they had two rolling carts of things that they were going to get rid of, and I found these on them. I read these as a kid, and I was like, you know what, I want to read these again. It's been a while, and I think I have just book 1 and 2, but I think there's 4 books in this, and Mom, you can correct me down below if I'm wrong. But I'm kind of looking forward to rereading these, and I can't tell you much about them other than I just remember reading and really enjoying them. Alton Gansky, I believe, also wrote a book called, he wrote another, it's about a girl who loses her memory and somebody's after her, and they got to try to figure out why, who can she trust? Is the person she's putting her trust in, is he trustworthy? And it was really, I love that one. What is that called? I don't remember. I'll try to find it and put it here. I love that book. So I want to get back into these. It's been a while since I've read them. Okay, let's start with the ones that my mom sent me. The first one on top is Discipline by Elizabeth Elliot, which is actually my book that I loaned her. It was really, really good. I read this it's been many more years than that. Oh my goodness. Tempest Fugit. 4 years, 5 years. I'll try to leave it linked down below. I did kind of like a book reading when I was on my other channel with some other ladies, and that was a really good read. Lots of highlights and notes in that one. Okay, what if God wrote your to-do list? 52 ways to make the most of every day. It looks like you might apply one per week. Inside you'll counter 52 unexpected action items, include making your bed, achieve big things by starting small, clear out some clutter, buy a used tuxedo, you never know when it might come in handy, notice squirrels, armadillos, kangaroos, and God's glory in the world. I just have to read that little back, like, tuxedo, that was the last thing I would have expected. Childhood by Greg Schaefer. Kate lived a lonely childhood, her after-school time filled with responsibilities to her father and special needs brother. Her chores prevented her from experiencing carefree life her peers, including Joey, her neighbor, and secret crush lived. Blah, blah, blah. Childhood is a novelette prequel to Fatherhood, a full-length novel about abortion from the father's point of view. Okay, that sounds really interesting. But that's the prequelette? Novelette. I've actually had this on my radar. This is A Girl's Guide to the Outback. I've heard really amazing things about this book, so I will actually probably read it before passing it along. This is in here, but I know I purchased this at our local Christian bookstore. I had a coupon, and I've heard amazing things about this book, so I picked it up for like half the price it's going for right now. So that was pretty awesome. This is the Mistletoe Countess by Pepper Basham, who loves her kissing scenes, y'all. I'm just gonna warn you on that one. She is a Christian author, so kissing is about as much as you get, but oh boy is she descriptive of it. I really did like her, the one about the girl, the book girl at Biltmore. I'll put it here. I'm not good with titles, y'all. I'm not good with names either, but a face, I'll never forget a face. That's the reality of it. So I did pick up that one. That one is one that I purchased. Also for my mom. Mending Fences by Suzanne Woods Fisher. She does pretty good Amish fiction. I have liked her stuff. Dear Deb, a woman with cancer, a friend with secrets, and the letters that became their miracle by Margaret Terry. Alon, Book 1 by Sean Lamb. She has written for children's television. Yes. Alon is a magical tale of adventure, destiny, and faith that you soon won't forget.
Oh, Mom, look what I did. I bet you're so pretty.
Awesome. Ladies of Intrigue by Michelle Greep. Great. Oh my goodness, I did this last time.
This is
Whatever.
$5.
This is, huh?
This is $5. Can you get it?
You can just put it in the cart.
Okay.
Ladies of Intrigue by Michelle Greep. I'm going to assume 3 tales of 19th century romance with a dash of mystery. I've actually heard of these, and I've heard good things about this, so I might end up reading that. This one I've heard a lot of really good things about, and I just finished her, Darkness. What is it? Lost in Darkness, which is kind of a twist on Frankenstein, and that was really good. So I'll have to read this and see how this one goes, because I'm intrigued. I have been reading and enjoying these True Colors. They're written by various authors, but each one is centered around a true crime, and then they kind of weave a fictional tale as how this person is found, caught, etc. So this one's a Blue Coat, and this is a fiction based on strange but true history. Wilderness Road in Tennessee, declaring a war on humanity, the harps. How many will die before peace can return to the frontier? So that one looks interesting. Another one that I've been wanting to read, and I have a lot of this author on my radar. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but this is Beauty Among the Ruins. And amid the fallout of the Great War, a Scottish laird must reckon a captivating American heiress while unraveling the mysteries threatening the future of his ancestral home. Shadow Sister by Catherine Scott Jones. I kind of like the little double name there, especially after Catherine Zeta-Jones. Okay, moving on. Working in her father's vineyard allows Sarah Lanning to bury memories of a lost love and a career that might have been, but then her fractured family receives word that her estranged sister Jenna is dead, leaving behind an unexpected request that Sarah travel to Bolivia to scatter her ashes. Hi, what are you doing? This cover looks amazing. This is The Amber Keeper by Frida Lightfoot. Moscow, anyone? Look at that. After her mother's suicide, Abby Myers returns home to Lake District with her young child and no wedding ring. Estranged from her turbulent family for many years, Abby is heartbroken when she hears that they blame her for this tragedy. Determined to uncover her mother's past, Abby approaches her beloved grandmother Millie in search of answers. The old woman reveals the story of how she traveled to Russia in 1911 as a young governess and became caught up in the revolution. I'm there. I want to know more. Tell me more. I actually own this one, and I know my mom read this, so she must have enjoyed it. Bring it here. Bring it here. Bring it here so I can fix it. Alright. Here you go. Your baby?
Yeah.
Okay, put baby in. There you go. Handgun and a baby. Alright, you're armed and ready. Choosing Gratitude, Your Journey to Joy by Nancy Leigh DeMoss Wolgemuth. And that's all I can tell you, other than my mom has shared a lot on, what are you doing? Instagram about how much she enjoyed this.
I can't carry it.
You can't carry it? Well, why don't you put it down, take the baby out, and carry just the baby? Second Chances at Life and Love with Hope by Shirley Corey Mozina. And it is her story to celebrate their 40th anniversary and develops into a nightmare with no end. Vicious virus that makes its way into Bill's body. This is a series I remember my mom having for a while. We've got some interesting things going on here. 21 Days of Christmas, Grace, Joy, and Love. So there's like, I guess, devotional stories that celebrate treasured relationships, stories that celebrate mom, stories that celebrate God's unconditional love, and stories that celebrate God's greatest gift by various authors. So there's that. The Joy of the Falling. Oh, wait. I think I have another of her books, The Secrets of Paper and Ink. I'm sure I have that. Eva and Angela must learn to live again, one step at a time, and they lost their husbands in a scuba diving accident. So, there's that one. Another Suzanne Woods Fisher, which I'm pretty sure I had this one in the last box, so there's a double that. I do like Harry Cross MD. I read a lot of his kind of growing up, and he's kind of medical mystery type of thing, so this one's perfect. Wendy Stratford's job as an accident reconstructionist is just one more inviolable reflection of her ideal life. She's got it all. Perfect career, perfect looks, perfect husband, perfect home, perfect face. There's just one problem. It's all a sham, right down to her bleach blonde hair. And now she's going to search for the truth, and the truth is more deadly than she might have imagined. Colleen Coble, Pelican Harbor series, 2 Reasons to Run. I think my mom had sent me One Little Lie in the last box. And last from my mom is Vigilante by Robin Parrish with a endorsement by Ted Decker. I'm just going to have to show you that back because I think that's kind of creepy enough. I think that says a lot, so I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so let's kind of move on. Now I'll show you my secondhand books. I took a lot of books to my secondhand store, books that hadn't sold, kind of moving on, kind of cleaning out, bringing out old, new, all that stuff. So I ended up with about $80 in credit, or like $15 cash. So I took the credit. There is a stack of books that I have sold, so I have more than made up for the credit. And this is the other stuff that I picked up. I picked up 3 Agatha Christies. These are just what they had, so maybe not the covers that I look for, but I didn't really care. So I have Hercule Poirot, Murder in Retrospect. I have Murder on the Links, which is also a Poirot. I've seen that one. And then the 7 Dials Mystery, which is not Poirot or Marple. This is Sir Oswald and Lady Coote had rented Chimneys, an imposing old country estate, for the season. The lease didn't include murder, yet in a weekend, 2 men were found dead on the magnificent grounds. I couldn't pass up that. I also grabbed a Grace Livingston Hill. This looks like a mystery, and I don't remember reading any mystery by Grace Livingston Hill, so I did pick it up. This is Not Under the Law, and she was paralyzed with fear. Who knew what desperate criminals these might be? Grave robbers would not hesitate to dig a new grave. Like, Grace Livingston Hill wrote a mystery? So, Grace Livingston Hill lived in the 20s, if you do not know, 20s and 30s. Wrote a lot of Christian dime novel type romances. But I'm curious to see where she went with on a mystery. Abraham's Well by Sharon Elwell Foster. I have read this before, and I've been trying to find this because I have wanted to reread it. This is not the copy that I had. I had a paperback. A water damaged paperback. But this is actually the author's I think great-grandma, great-great-great-grandma. It's in her lineage. She is a black woman that is also part Cherokee, and she is telling the story of the black slaves that were slaves to the Native Americans, and I had never heard about that. So they were on the Trail of Tears, and it was the first time I ever read about it was in this book. I had no idea, and I had been trying to find this book because there was just so much that I had wanted to kind of look up and look more into that I needed this as a reference. So I was really excited to find that. And then some of you will laugh at this, but this one I just found, The Romanoff Bride. And this is a fiction. It's about Rasputin's daughter. So I thought that would be very interesting. So I have those from the first batch that I got at, oh no, there was one more. Hold on. I also got this one. The Daughter's Walk by Jane Kirkpatrick. Now, I have read Carol Espy Stagg's book on her grandmother who did this walk. Her grandmother and mother, or great-grandmother and grandmother, did this walk across the USA. They were the first women to do it, and it was a kind of bet whether or not they would make it. And The Year We Were Famous, that's what the book is called. It was really, really interesting, but I really love Jane Kirkpatrick, and I wanted to see what her take on this was. So I did pick that up, and then I think what I have left is some books that I got from Thrift Books. So these are all Thrift Books, and Thrift Books had a Christmas deal, and it basically I got a book for free, but I didn't just buy one book because I also had a $5 off credit, and at $10 you get free shipping, or I could pay $5.99 for shipping. So it made more sense to just get some books that I have been wanting. So one of them was Mama's Bank Account by Catherine Forbes. There is an old movie, yes, best-selling book that inspired the successful play, movie, and long-running television show, I Remember Mama. That one. And it's about a immigrant woman and just all the stuff that she did to kind of help the family. And I remember only one scene out of that movie that I watched. And it was the daughter writing the story, and she brings it, and the mom was like, I told you to write about Papa. And she said, no, I wrote the story that I needed to write. It was about Mama and just all the stuff that Mama had done. That's the only scene I remember from that movie. The only one. Okay, the other books that I picked up were Carrie Stewart Parks. I've heard I don't need to read these in order, but there is some kind of story that goes on in there. So I picked up Cry from the Dust, Formula, wait, did I pick this one up? Okay, I picked up two other ones. These might have been the ones I already had. I don't remember. I had two, and I was trying to like pull them out and make sure that I had what I had. But anyway, I picked up three other ones, so now that the set so far is complete, and so I will start it and get going. This one I've actually had in my Amazon cart for years, and I found it, and it says it was $2. I think I must have picked it up at a thrift store, to be honest. But it is The Life and Art of John James Audubon. I've read multiple books that I've really enjoyed. This one looks a little more kind of in-depth. Ooh. See, I love art like that. It reminds me so much of John Constable, who is one of my favorite artists. I love that. So I have this one book that I want to read. And, oh, in thrift books, there was a book that I was going to pick up. And, of course, I was trying to meet the $10. So, I needed this one. I have been trying to find this one. Haven't found it, can't get it from my library, and I wanted to reread it before I gave it to somebody. And then with that, I picked up Clutter Free with Kids because it's also one that I can't get. So I have these, and I got those from thrift books. Half price books. I took stuff to half price books, got credit, got 2 of these books free, and paid for the rest. And it was a splurge, but I have been watching for these books for years, ever since we started watching the TV series, and I saw them, and I was like, this is my Christmas gift to me. And so I have the first 8 of the Poldark books. I really hope I like them. We loved the TV series until it got, I don't know, my husband and I got a little, I don't remember, like 3rd season, I think. I just weren't sure where it was going. Recently learned that we could probably pick it up again and enjoy it, so I don't know if we'll do that. But I have the Poldark, and I want to read it, and I want to see just if I like it as much. So there's 12 books. I have 8, and I'm okay with this. I also found this in their clearance section, so it was $2, and I've heard a lot about this. And when I got home, I was like, why the heck did you pick this up? You don't like it when people retell and fictionalize biblical characters. I don't mind it when there's another character who comes into play with biblical characters, but I don't like it when you write about biblical characters. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I've heard so many good things about it. We're going to see where this goes. And no, I haven't even read her other books yet. They're still on my shelf. But not least, I do have a book outlet order. Okay. So, let's just get into it. Becoming Kid Quixote. Again, another one that I've had my Amazon cart for years. Wanted to read it. I saw it. It was really cheap. So I grabbed it, and then I figured when I'm done, I can donate it to my library, and they enjoy stuff like that. Controversial book coming up in 3, 2, 1. Candace Owens' Blackout. Just, again, a book I've been wanting to read. I kind of have a hit and miss with Candace. Another, nobody likes this one. I like it. Mr. Dickens and Miss Carol, and I've been wanting to read it. Again, can't get it up here. I originally got it from my library back in California, but it's not up here, and I can't get it, and this was cheaper than the Kindle version, which I don't really like Kindle books, so I grabbed it, and now I have it, because I want to read it again. I used to have this book. This is Maud. This is a novel inspired by the life of Ella Montgomery. I had started reading it, was really interested in it, and then I needed a birthday gift, and so it ended up going to a friend for a birthday that I thought would enjoy it. So I picked it up again. Another book that I have had my Amazon cart forever. I just went through my Amazon cart and started putting titles in half-price books to see what would come up. This one came up. This is The Life of Frederick Douglass, and I really want to read it. It's put out really well, almost it feels like almost a DK book, if you know what I mean. So I want to read it because I think this will be one that I use in my homeschool. Rosanna M. White has written the Spies of World War I series that I've really enjoyed, and this one is a recent release that I haven't read, but I love this cover. Every time I see it, I smile. So I grabbed it. I really don't know anything else about it, but I've been wanting to read it. And it takes place in 1906. So there's that. This is another one that by the time it would have gotten to me, it would have been too late. I needed to mail out a box, and that is Black Powder. Now, I have read this one. It's actually one of our favorites from reading in homeschool, and it is about Guy Fawkes Night. And it's these kids that end up kind of caught in Guy Fawkes and his plot to blow up Parliament. So, but we kind of only know characters with like code names, and it was really fun, very interesting. Then I have All My Road Before Me. This is a diary of C.S. Lewis. I've been wanting this again forever, and I saw it come up on Half Price Books, so I grabbed it while I could, and I'm really excited about this one. So I'll just add it to my C.S. Lewis shelf, which is my goal this year, is to kind of start getting into that. And then one of the reasons I'm filming this today is my eldest is not here, and I have her birthday present. She saw this, she's like, oh Mom, I love that, I should try to get those sometime. And I put it in my cart. I think this is when they were offering like 30% off. And so I put it in my cart, and I'm going to put it aside for her birthday, because she keeps stealing my copies. And I think she'll like these ones better. These have really cute covers. And I'll probably burn this because she hates these things. I know, don't guess. But they have really, really cute covers. But the print is more to her liking than my copies, which are modern Puffin Classics, I think. I don't remember. So, Joe's Boys, Little Men, Good Wives, and Little Women. Now, for those of you that don't know, because I ruined this for my daughter, growing up, we had a copy that included Little Women and Good Wives as Little Women. Did not know that it was originally published as 2 books. So when I gave my daughter Little Women, I was like, are you okay when Beth dies? And she's like, what? How did you miss that whole section? It's like the end. She's like, Beth didn't die. I'm like, Beth dies, honey. Beth died. How did you miss that whole section in the book? What were you reading? And I learned it was printed into.
You can't sharpen those. You can't sharpen these.
Whoops. The whole Friends reenactment thing was sent to me after that. Who knew that was a thing? So that's the book haul. How crazy is this? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I have other videos that I'm going to be filming, but I have all of these that I now need to get put away. And let me know, was there any books here that interest you? And have you read any? Leave it down below. And I'll see you in my next video, but until that time, have another cup of coffee and read another chapter. Bye.